Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Dr. Burns, Ms. Seviller, and myself as the high school principals, we are so excited to be with you this evening to celebrate and recognize our seniors for their amazing achievements. Please join me in thanking Senior Elena Zenguini for her beautiful piano performance this evening. And at this time, if our students who will be performing the national anthem could please step forward. Audiences, they are joining me on stage. If you would please rise.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, students, for that performance. We appreciate it and will certainly miss your talents. This evening is sure to be an exciting one for all of us as we join together to recognize the incredible accomplishments of the class of 2018. Collectively, this group of students has given us so many reasons to celebrate the diverse opportunities that Pine Richland has to offer, and they have certainly taken advantage of. Just a few examples. This past Saturday, I had the pleasure to sit with our students at the Benedum as our musical cast, crew, and orchestra celebrated their 6 Gene Kelly nominations and concluded for those students with an incredible performance on the Benedum stage. In case you didn't know, Pine Richland High School is home to the National BattleBot Championship team for this year. Members of our forensics team spent the weekend in Washington, D.C. and came home with a top 16 finish, in addition to the many top awards that they received at our state level this year as well. We celebrate a WPIAL and state championship football team, a WPIAL champion girls lacrosse team, And if we had a few hours, I could stand before you and talk about the number of individual and team students that represented Pine Richland High School in WIPIO playoff competition and state playoff competition. When I think about and reflect on the year, there were two moments for me that were just incredible wow moments, and I wanted to share those with you. One of them started back in August as I was sitting in the booth at the stadium, taking a little bit of a break from the August heat to enjoy the marching band as they came onto the field. And what was so incredible and a wow moment for me was that press box area was loaded. And as our Pine Richland marching band of 250 proud started to run across that field, there were so many oh my's and wow and ahs from the group of individuals in that press box, and I've held that with me throughout the year. The other wow moment for me is, as building principal, I do take advantage of quiet moments with students over the course of the year. And one of my favorite days is in the month of April, where our art show students are beginning to hang their work. And so the day before the art show goes up and is displayed to the public, it's a very busy place at Pine Richland High School. And I take advantage of those moments and have the opportunity to talk to groups of students as they are hanging their displays and listen to them share their moments of resiliency, their moments of engagement, their moments of innovation as they are displaying their artwork on the walls, and this building comes alive with color. And those are some of the group moments that this senior class has provided all of us with over their years at Pine Richland High School, and specifically this year. But tonight is about each of you, my seniors that are sitting here before us. Tonight we will celebrate you more as individuals because of the work and commitment that you have displayed over the past 13 years of your academic career. These are the moments that we celebrate. And so to all of you, I share a heartfelt congratulations as you've shared with us these personal moments of pride. And to the parents and family members that are here tonight to celebrate with your children, I know that these moments can bring so much joy, but they do come with some tears as well. And I'm sure that that first day of kindergarten for so many of you feels like it was just yesterday. It wasn't, but I know that it feels like that. Thank you for being here tonight to share in these moments of joy with your child. And I will share with you something as a parent that I'm often reminded of, and it's the words of Dr. Seuss, one of my favorite writers of all time. Don't cry because it's over, because it's not. But smile because it happened. Please sit back tonight, enjoy the moment, and thank you again for being here. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Swatala and Ms. Lang. They are our co-sponsors of National Honor Society.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to start tonight's ceremony by recognizing the 55 seniors who are graduating in good standing from the National Honor Society. These students have demonstrated and maintained the 4 pillars of NHS: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Dr. Swatala and I hope you continue to uphold these values as you journey into college and beyond. We wish you all the best for your future. Thank you for your dedication to NHS, and congratulations. As your name is called, please come to the stage to receive your tassel. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names in this first group have been read. Ryan Ahern, Evan Alexander, Carly Baker, Allie Battaglia, Mary Bauer, James Baxter, Jody Barizo, Joshua Briggs, Tommy Camino, Callista Carnes, Chelsea Carver, Nathan Chang, Natalie Crystal, Isabella Zico, Benjamin Cohen, Hannah Cottrill, Victoria Krankovic, Jason DeFrancis, Michael Dolgus, Morgan Engel, Cole Exline, Noelle Fite, Mark Farina, and Michaela Fitzgerald.
Joshua Gailey, Stephen Glaze, Holly Holmes, Aman Kazi, Aaron Kim, Aubrey Knapp, Catherine Kolsky, Seth Kornbaugh, Craig Kunkel, Aidan Landis, Charlotte Laubacher, Allie Lehman, Jessica Lott, Kirsten Maxwell, Molly McCarthy, Alex Palicelli, Kira Reagan, Zachary Riggins, Reese Moshe, Jared Roskin, Jillian Siegel, Elizabeth Wallace, Jacob Weinberg, and Riley Wolf. Ms. Lang and I would also like to take the time to recognize our 7 officers. These officers are the driving force behind NHS. They have organized and set up various service projects throughout the year, reliably kept our members informed of service opportunities and upcoming events, helped organize and run the peer tutoring program, and acted as role models for the rest of our members. Officers, it has been an absolute pleasure to work with you all year. Your work for NHS is truly appreciated, and we will miss you tremendously next year. As I call your name, please come to the stage to receive your tassel and honor stole. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names have been read. President, Martha Lane. Vice President, Mahek Sethi. Treasurer, Andy Park. Secretary, Benjamin Martin. Service Coordinator, Tyler Villajasti. Our other service coordinator, Jillian Grace Brahaki. And our peer tutoring coordinator, Eleni Sanguini. Our President, Martha Lang, has a special presentation.
So one part of NHS is obviously service, and we'd like to recognize 2 students this year who have really gone above and beyond in that capacity. Our first student has really gone above and beyond in her work over the summer. She's gone well beyond the 10 hours of required service. She volunteers with the North Park Naturalists and really helps the environment. So Miss Chelsea Carver, would you please come forward? You can on. And then our second member, she has done the most service hours over the span of the school year. She's gone well beyond the 40 hours required. She volunteers by teaching ice skating lessons at North Park. So Miss Jessica Lott.
Please welcome Mrs. Whalen back to the podium.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2018. The Floyd L. Johnston Scholarship is sponsored by the Pittsburgh Foundation. Annually awards one scholarship to a graduating senior whose intent is to pursue studies in business administration or any field related to business administration. Please help me congratulate this year's winner, Natalie Crystal. Now I'd like to introduce Ms. Blaze for the Business Department and Computer Science Awards.
Good evening, everyone. We're so excited for all of you. It's just such a special time of year. You're truly going to be missed. Those of you that have had me know that I cried about 5 times on your last day. We're just so very proud of you. But tonight I'm here to honor specifically those for business and computer science. Our standards, if you will, have to do with, of course, earning an A average, but maybe more importantly, leadership, participation, a true commitment to the field of business, a true desire for that to be part of their future path. So tonight it is my honor and my pleasure to acknowledge 4 students from our business department that are so difficult to choose, that I personally, over the last 4 years, have had the honor and true pleasure of working with, both in the classroom as well as outside of the classroom with future business leaders of America. So tonight it is my pleasure to first introduce the Business Awards, and then I'll introduce computer science. So for business, Jeffrey Elms, Aman Sohail, Jack Kramer, and Nicholas Schwanier. We are growing our computer science department, and that's due in part to the dedication of many of our computer science students. And tonight I would like to honor 2 of those students, Nathan Chang and Cole Exline. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ann Galaputi of the Science Department.
Good evening, everyone. What an awesome audience and even fantastic group of students before us. Just words don't describe how amazing our kids are. We're so proud of you. Go Rams. All the time. So, like Mrs. Bowman said, if teachers were to stand here and to explain how much we love our kids and how splendid you are and the amazing things you did and you will do, we'd be here all day and all night. So, anyways, without further ado, it's my great pleasure to share with you guys the Science Department Awards. There are 2 students our teachers had the opportunity to pick, and I'm sure if they could, they would pick every one of our students. But here are the 2 students who received the award from our Science Department for going above and beyond, and as you know, science rules, among other things. So here's our first awardee. Please join me in welcoming Kira Regan. Our second awardee for tonight is Anna Slobnik. Anna Slobnik, if you would please come to stage. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and please what a fantastic job. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Hoover to the dais at this time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's always bittersweet time. We build a relationship, a rapport with students and families for 4 years, and then we're so proud of you and honored to work with you, and then we have to say goodbye, and you know. This first group of students with the last names A through E have received honor roll status for all 15 consecutive quarters and or have completed their Pine Richland career with a 4.0 or better. There are several kids, so please hold your applause. Ryan Ahern, Evan Alexander, Morgan Allen, Samantha Avalone, Carly Baker, Nicholas Barnes, John Bateman, Mary Rose Bauer, James Baxter, Jody Barizo, Alyssa Bigley, Michael Bay, Parker Boyd, Jillian Grace Brahaki, Sarah Brain, Joshua Brashear, Taylor Brenner, Joshua Briggs, Megan Brisky, Michael Broody, Vincent Pacino, Michaela Burns, Jeremy Bernstein, Callista Carnes, Chelsea Carver, Nathan Chang, Mallory Charles, Mark Cheatham, Julia Chabosky, Natalie Crystal, Gabriella Seco, Isabella Seco, Connor Saccone, Hallie Clues, Benjamin Cohen, Genevieve Cohen, Hannah Cottrell, Victoria Krankovic, Jason DeFrancis, Danielle DeTulio, Michael Dolgus, Shannon Donahoe, Morgan Engel, Julia Eswine, Cole Exline, and Anna Ironman. Congratulations, guys. Please welcome Mrs. Susan Torsha for a scholarship presentation.
Good evening. Welcome. My name is Susan Torsha. I'm a guidance secretary here at the high school. But tonight I am representing the Pine Richland School District Educational Support Professionals Association. Our group consists of secretaries, custodians, maintenance workers, paraeducators, instructional assistants, and library aides. Each year, we award a scholarship in the name of the Pine Richland School Board to a deserving senior who has participated in our special education program. Our winner this year wrote in her essay, "I was asked to help teach a student math. Through working with this student and his persistence to overcome challenges, I have learned to be more patient. I have also learned to be more positive through seeing happiness with something as simple as a Wendy's Frosty and chicken nuggets. I plan to carry the lessons that I learned from this boy and others to situations that I will face in my future career as a physician assistant." I am very proud, this makes me very emotional, sorry. I am very proud to award our scholarship to Amanda Erling. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Lee Rickard to present the Music Department Awards.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2018 and to their parents who have helped support their journey here this evening. On behalf of the other members of the music department, Jim Stillwagon, Brian Scott, Dave Belchek, and Heather Flora, it is my honor to award the Senior Music Department Awards. These are awarded to students who have obtained outstanding achievement both in the classroom and on the performance stage. They have exemplified strong academics alongside masterful musicianship. Our awardees this evening are broken into two each for band, orchestra, and choir. For band, Nicholas Romano and Elena Sanguini. For orchestra, Morgan Allen and Benjamin Martin. And for choir, Sophia Hudock and Molly Kane. I would like to now introduce Myra Singer from Pine Richland Opportunities Fund to present scholarship awards.
Good evening. It is a pleasure to be with you tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2018. On behalf of the Prof Board of Trustees, we would like to thank Mrs. Bowman and the administration for the opportunity to announce our scholarship winners. We would also like to thank Susan Torsha for her assistance throughout the scholarship application and award process. Thank you. The Pine Richland Opportunities Fund, also known as PROF, is a nonprofit educational foundation committed to enriching and investing in the educational experiences of the Pine Richland student community. And we do this through staff grants, student scholarships, and community partnerships. This year, we awarded approximately $48,000 in grants to the Pine Richland staff members, and tonight, thanks to the generosity of our community, we will award $43,250 in scholarships. It is truly a remarkable accomplishment, and we thank our partners for that. We ask that you please hold your applause until all of the winners for each individual scholarship have been announced. We have several awards and some have multiple winners. Also, we ask that the scholarship recipients remain by the stage for a group photo at the end of the presentation. Don't worry, we'll direct you. Just make it across the stage and we'll get you in position. We will have presenters joining us. If there are any in the audience, please join us against the wall stage left at this time. Thank you. And now to our first scholarship. The Central Blood Bank generously sponsors this first scholarship. This year, Pine Richland students and community members donated 350 units of blood to help 1,050 local patients. The blood drive contributions made by members of our community determine the award amount. Students are evaluated based on their commitment to promoting the blood drive and contributing to its success. Tonight, please join me in congratulating Kira Regan and Christy Malco. The Gene Haas Foundation provides scholarship funding for post-secondary programs that use computer numerical control, or CNC technology, in the engineering or related technology field. Pine Richland High School teachers Evan Clark and Jeff Maple provide input to help evaluate students based on their performances in technology education classes and competitions, as well as their commitment to continuing their education in a CNC-related career. The Gene Haas Foundation Scholarship this year is awarded to James Baxter. Our next scholarship is sponsored by a family with 3 Pine Richland alumni. The King Family Scholarship has our simplest criteria, a career objective aimed at helping other people. Candidates are also evaluated based on their participation in activities related to helping others and academic performance. This year, the award goes to Reese Roche. Our next scholarship is given in memory of Kyle Pomerlow on behalf of his family and many supporters throughout the orchestra, band, and Pine Richland community. Kyle was an exceptional student and a highly respected member of the class of 2014. He played cello in the orchestra and bassoon and saxophone in the band. The scholarship has several criteria, but perhaps the most notable is that it seeks a student who demonstrates genuine goodwill and compassion to others. Tonight, we honor 2 students representing the 2 musical ensembles which meant so much to Kyle at Pine Richland. The recipients of these scholarships are Shannon Donahoe and Benjamin Martin. The Pasquinelli Insurance Scholarship is generously sponsored by the Pasquinelli Agency and family. The focus of this scholarship is on demonstrated leadership qualities. We had the most applicants for this scholarship, and as in previous years, it was very challenging to select a winner. There were several outstanding candidates. This year's recipient of the Pasquinelli Insurance Scholarship is Mehek Sethi. Prop's longest-running scholarship, the Richland Civic Club Scholarship, attracted an impressive contingent of applicants. The scholarship's primary criteria is service, but also includes academics, activities, leadership, and financial need. Please welcome this year's Richland Civic Club Scholarship recipient, Martha Lane. This memorial scholarship is a tribute to 1988 Richland High School graduate Scott Crawford, who passed away in 2006. Mr. Crawford was described by his peers as one who treasured his friendships and experiences from Pine Richland throughout his life. The scholarship seeks out students who are not just well-rounded in their own activities, but who have also earned the respect of their peers and are recognized as leaders. Please congratulate Jillian Grace Brahaki. Robert and Aileen Zolweg decided to sponsor this scholarship after interacting so positively with several Pine Richland High School students in the community and understanding the financial challenges they will face to attend college. Both Dr. and Mrs. Zolweg are highly accomplished in their fields, as noted on the presentation slide, and we truly appreciate their support of our Pine Richland students. The winner of the Robert and Aileen Zolweg Scholarship is Taylor Herold. The sponsors of our remaining scholarships determine the scholarship criteria and evaluate each applicant independently, ultimately selecting their own recipient. The next two scholarships are sponsored by the Richland and Wexford parent-teacher organizations. Applicants submit essays in which they share their favorite memory from their years at Wexford and Richland elementary schools and explain how these experiences influenced the rest of their years within the Pine Richland School District. From Richland Elementary School, please congratulate Kyle Grumsky, and from Wexford Elementary School, please congratulate Seth Kornbach. The Pine Richland High School PTO sponsors the We Are PR Scholarship. This scholarship seeks out students who demonstrate excellent character and are resilient, hardworking, and caring towards others. All applications are reviewed by a committee from the Pine Richland High School PTO, and joining us tonight to present the award is Mary Hayter. The winner of the We Are PR Scholarship is Alexander Nkotra. Our next scholarship is given in memory of Monica Young, who passed away from brain cancer in 2016. Monica worked with children with learning disabilities at Wexford Elementary School for over 18 years. She was extremely dedicated to her work and had a unique ability to establish a strong rapport with students and help them to achieve their fullest potential. To be eligible for this scholarship, students must have received support services through the Pine Richland School District and intend to use the scholarship to further their skills training or education. Joining us tonight to present the award is Monica's husband, Keith Young, and we also welcome members of her family and close friends in the audience as well. This year, the Monica Young Memorial Scholarship is going to be awarded to 2 students. Please join me in congratulating Adam Lobo and Alexander Nikotra. New this year, our next scholarship is generously sponsored by the Hine family and is awarded to a graduating female or minority student who plans to major in science, technology, engineering, or math, STEM. Many applicants are passionate about their areas of interest and extremely well qualified as demonstrated by their STEM-related experiences and science-focused classes. This scholarship may be renewable for the recipient's sophomore year of college, dependent upon continued enrollment in a STEM program and satisfactory academic performance. Joining us to present the award tonight on behalf of the Hine family is Dave Hine. The winner of the very first Diversity in STEM Scholarship Award is Chelsea Carver. Our next scholarship is thanks to the generosity of Dr. Ibrahim and the Good Shepherd Veterinary Hospital. This inaugural scholarship and 40-hour summer internship recognizes a student who intends to become a veterinarian or veterinary technician or pursue a degree in veterinary science, agriculture, environmental science, or a medical field. Please join me in congratulating Taylor Thorold. Our next and almost last scholarship is the Performing Arts Scholarship sponsored by Jeff Calhoun, a 1978 graduate of Richland High School. Jeff has enjoyed considerable success on Broadway, and we thank him for his ongoing support and mentorship of those Pine Richland students who intend to pursue a performing arts profession. This year, Jeff divided the award among 2 students. The winners of the 2018 Jeff Calhoun Scholarship are Andrew Fernie and Helen Krasinski. Congratulations to all of our scholarship recipients and a big thank you to all of our scholarship sponsors. We now introduce Matt Schellhaus from the Richmar Rotary Scholarship Committee to present our final award.
Thank you. On behalf of the Pine Richland and Mars Area Rotary Club, we're here to present 2 scholarships tonight, one in the amount of $1,500 and the other in the amount of $2,500 to 2 recipients that showed outstanding effort in community service. Our first award is going to go to Elena Sanguini. And our first award in the amount of $2,500 is going to go to Reese Roche.
Just a brief little minute for a photo op. Just give us a sec. Good evening. I'm Jen Bowers. I'm counselor for students F through K. That was really loud. I apologize. Congratulations so far. There's much more to come. It's an exciting evening. I want to say how fun it's been to watch you seniors grow from squirrely little freshmen, you remember, to mature seniors. And I want to thank you for allowing me and all of us to be a small part of that journey. So as we progress, this group of students with the last names F through K have received honor roll status for all 15 consecutive quarters or have completed their Pine Richland career with a 4.0 or better. Please hold your applause until all students have been announced. Sadie Fabian. Noel Fight. Raymond Falcone. Mark Farino. Julia Fieldhammer. Michaela Fitzgerald. Sarah Flaherty. Emily Gagliardi. Joshua Gailey. Catherine Gallo. Stephen Glaze. Elizabeth Gertler. Tyler Gauntz. Kyle Grumsky. Catherine Hawes. Ruth Hyder. Jack Harrison. Austin Heckman. Okay? Okay. Elijah Hildenbrand. Holly Holmes. Kara Hughes. Karina Jacoby. Bruce Gia. Brian Gia. Benjamin Yoakum. Hannah Jones. Nicholas Jones. Kayla Julio. Philip Dracovic. Molly Kane. Aman Kazi. Samantha Kelly. Jillian Kerr. Aaron Kim. Catherine Kolsky. Seth Kornbaugh. Isabel Kratz. Jack Kramer. Craig Kunkel. And Brian Kerb. Congratulations. Well done. I'd like to introduce Mr. Sean Scott to present the Engineering and Technology Department Awards.
Good evening. Wow, you guys clean up well. Even you, Crawford. As a representative of the Engineering and Tech Department, I'm proud to say that every day I observe a large amount of amazing students who display a great interest and enthusiasm about our department and the opportunities that we can offer. The following two students have excelled and stood out amongst the crowd, each demonstrating an innovative approach to their work each and every day. Those two students are Genevieve Cohen and James Baxter. We have one additional award to give out. This award is distributed by the Society of Women Engineers. Each year we've given out an award to each different class. The award winner this year received it last year as a junior. The Society of Women Engineers, their goal is to have women achieve full potential in careers as engineers and leaders, expand the image of the engineering professions as a positive force in improving the quality of life and demonstrate the value of diversity. The young lady that demonstrates these principles is an all-star with 3 names. We've seen her up here a few times, Jillian Grace for hockey. And now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Belanowski from the FCS department.
I don't even think you can see me. Good evening, everyone, and it's really my pleasure to be here this evening. As a member of the Family and Consumer Science Department, we truly are, the students in our department truly are family to us, and they have done so many wonderful things. Many of the students have had all the courses that we've offered. The field of Family and Consumer Science was founded as home economics, and it's a comprehensive body of skills, research, and knowledge that helps people make informed decisions about their well-being, relationships, and resources to achieve optimal quality of life. The field represents many areas, including human development, personal and family finance, housing and interior design, food science, nutrition and wellness, textiles and apparel, and consumer issues. It was hard to pick students for this because we have so many deserving, but the recipients of these FCS awards have shown diligence with those subject areas and have also displayed outstanding ability to work with others, something that we all have to learn to do. They have gone above and beyond, whether it was with a teacher, other peers in the class, or their own group members that needed a little extra group therapy. The recipients this year are Katie Haas, Maddie Itzel, Helen Krasinski, Anna Lokesh, Sydney Rowland, Julie Sable, Gabe Schoen, and Elise Straddle.
It's been a true pleasure meeting you in my classes, meeting you through all of your activities, your sports, just goofing off in the hallways. Falcone, all right. A lot has happened while you have been at Pine Richland. History has been written. The economy has surged, faltered, and surged again. amazing breakthroughs in science and technology. There's been a couple of things happen politically as well, I believe, in case you weren't alive. But each year, the Social Studies Department selects students who have shown a great interest and high aptitude for history, economics, civics, and psychology. This year's recipients are Alyssa Bigley, Mark Farino, Brian Gia, Mahek Sethi, and Tyler Viljasti. It is my honor to introduce a man of great taste and talent. Please give it up for Mr. Ramon Riley.
Great American painter Norman Rockwell said that being able to draw is like having a pocket full of lemon drops. I would add on to that, in the 21st century, being able to create is like being the wild card. And you have to know when to be used and when to let people use you. That is the role of the artist. These people are very, very valuable. Natalie Crystal, Jack Martin, Claire Smiley, Cooper Snyder, Sydney Travis. I would like to now introduce Mrs. Durundo to present a scholarship award.
Okay, so the last 2 years, just so everyone knows, the Penguins were on the evening of this event. So with them not being here tonight, we've cut our speech like in half the last 2 years. Tonight, you're getting the whole thing. So good evening, graduates of class of 2018, families, parents, teachers, and certainly administrators of our school. I'm honored to be here this evening for the third straight year. And I'm joined tonight by our coach, Kasparovich, our head coach, and Mr. Rick Reschenberg, president of the Touchdown Club. As a result of the many fundraising efforts, 50/50 ticket sales, and the significant individual parental contributions, the Pine Richland Touchdown Club has been in a position to provide this scholarship award to its players for more than 20 years. I've had the privilege to serve on the scholarship committee, like I said, the last 3 years, and I've chaired it the last 2. In addition to the individual success on their transcript, one of the key requirements of the application process is the submission of an essay of approximately 300 words detailing what the player's experience has been and which experiences will best prepare them for their future. Excuse me. The committee, comprised of a parent from each of the 4 incoming high school classes, has the burden, and I mean burden, of selecting only 2 winners from the senior student make application. This was certainly the most challenging process of my 3-year experience, selecting who would be the seniors to get this award. Each of this year's recipients had a unique and insightful representation of what the players were able to take out of their individual experiences. The winners' essays each contained words such as, working toward a higher standard. Teamwork, determination, perseverance over obstacles, motivation toward a common goal, brotherhood. As cliche as these words might be on a page, clearly these young men are truly embodiments of those words. Of the 2018, 2019, and 2020 classes that comprise this year's varsity and JV teams, we had roughly 50% of our players recognized by the Western Pennsylvania Football News as gold, silver, or bronze award recipients, as scholar athletes in the classroom. This is truly a team achievement when considering roughly 600 hours invested individually by each individual player in both in-season preparation, practice, and playtime, as well as off-season strength and conditioning. And when considering the 4 years that each of these young men have played football at Pine Richland High School, that's more than 2,400 hours invested individually. More than an adult holding down a full-time job, working at their occupation for a salary. Really amazing when you think about it. And this is truly commendable, and Coach K can be proud to know that he is keeping these young men on the right path as they pursue dreams well beyond their years of playing high school football. And although the other senior players who submitted the scholarships were not selected as a result of this process, they should know that their efforts have been truly valuable and that they will have that state and Whitfield championship ring to forever remind them of their collective achievement as young men. Brothers striving toward a common goal that Coach K set out in front of them. They are each winners, winning the first ever Pennsylvania State Football Championship for Pine Richland High School, going undefeated 16-0. Go ahead, give it up for them. It's good. Congratulations, senior football players. Extremely well done. You've set the bar very, very high. For tonight's two winners, please join Coach K and Rick for a photograph in the lobby immediately after you receive your award on stage. And before I announce the winners, I want to give Coach K just an opportunity to wish these men well.
Thanks, Cindy. Good evening. I'll be brief, but I just wanted to say congratulations to the senior class. What an excellent group of young men and women you guys are. I can speak directly to the football team and the players that I've had the pleasure to coach for the past 4 years. It's no surprise they had the success they had on the field this year because of the hard work and dedication they put in everything they do. And I think what Cindy kind of alluded to, obviously really good, really talented, really tough group of individuals, group of young men. But I think the biggest theme that came out of this past season was that they cared more for each other than they did themselves. And I think that showed week in, week out, and what ultimately led us to having a successful season. I'm going to miss you forever. You're always welcome back here at Pine Richland, and go Rams. Congratulations.
And without further ado, in alphabetical order, our Pine Richland Touchdown Club Scholarship Award recipients tonight are Tommy Camino and Jason DeFrancis. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Fink from the English and Language Arts Department.
Good evening. This is a pretty special class for me. It's the first time and probably the only time in my entire career where I've had a group of students for 42 minutes every day preparing them for high school. And then 4 years later, truly having the honor to sit with some of those same kids again for 42 minutes every day, preparing them for graduation. So I want to thank you to my guinea pigs this year for a wonderful year. Maria Montessori once said, the development of language is part of the development of the personality. For words are the natural means of expressing thoughts and establishing understanding between people. The English department this year has selected students who have shown impressive growth of the language, whether it be written, spoken, or comprehending what they're reading. So we're very proud of the following students: Christian Alloy, Sarah Brame, Connor Saccone, Brooke Nooner, and Riley Whiting. I'd like to welcome Mrs. Filipowski to the podium.
Good evening. I'm happy to honor the academic honors for the following group of students with last names L through Q. These students received honor roll status for all 15 consecutive quarters and or have completed their Pine Richland career with a 4.0 or better. We recognize this is not an easy feat, and we're proud of each and every one of you. Please hold your applause until all students have been announced. Eden Landis, Madeline Lasky, Charlotte Lawbacher, Allison Lehman, Megan Lieberman, Kira Loftus, Jessica Lott, Savannah Lerman, Sierra Lerman, Christy Malco, Elise Malco, Benjamin Martin, Mackenzie Matz, Kirsten Maxwell, Molly McCarthy, Devin McLaughlin, Sarah Metzmeyer, Marina Miller, Sarah Mooney, Brandon Murray, Elena Natali, Caitlin Olson, Vittorio Orsini, Alex Pauselli, Marianne Papulak, Kianwu Park, Daniel Parker, Tori Plush, and Alice Chen. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Swatala back to the stage to present our math awards.
Good evening again. Mathematics is a language all of its own. You have to put in effort to learn the language, but when you do, you find that mathematics is spoken in every natural law that governs the world. And learning to understand the world this way, you find that math is infinitely beautiful. The math department winners have learned to integrate fundamental skills, delve into abstract concepts, reason through challenging problems, and apply math to real-world applications. I'm pleased to honor 3 of our finest math students who are currently enrolled in AP classes this year: Jillian Grace Perhaki, Sarah Mooney, and Mark Farino. you'll permit me a minute more, because we're out of time for school assemblies, but there are a couple of groups that I would like to recognize one more time. And many of these students are former students of mine, but sometimes they age out and they've taken all of our math classes, but they're still doing exceptional things. So I do want to recognize one more time the National 15-Pound BattleBot winners. That is an exceptional achievement. So would these students please stand? And I'd like to recognize them one more time. James Baxter, former BC student. Nathan Sumrock, Michael Dolgus, Jack Hutchinson, Jacob Nichols, and John Wozniak. Congratulations. Another set of former students, and I had nothing to do with this, but Mehek Sethi and Tyler Filjasti, top 16th in the nation in the debate team. Congratulations. Please stand up. Just a little vignette. So I tutored a student in Calculus BC in North Allegheny who would frequently go up against these two, and every week he'd be like, those two, everyone hates them. I'm like, why? Because they beat you? He's like, yes. And the last set of students are students who have taken all of our math classes, but what they decided to do was adopt another learning opportunity. And these students took linear algebra, a college class that's challenging, online this year because they cared more about learning opportunities than any effect it would have on their GPA. So I'd like these students to stand up and be recognized because I can't give them a department award since that class doesn't count as part of your GPA. Ben Cohen, Aman Kazi, Nathan Chang, and Ali Lehman. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Dawn Rucker to represent the United States Military Academy at West Point.
So I'm happy to be here tonight on behalf of the United States Military Academy at West Point and on the 40th anniversary of the receipt of my appointment on a stage like this in May of 1978. For the last 8 years, I've served as a field force representative in the Congressional District, and in that role, I mentor and guide candidates who have an interest in attending the Military Academy as they negotiate the obstacles that are the application process, which includes an application much like any college application, but also includes an application for a nomination from a member of Congress, a lengthy medical exam, and a physical fitness test. So the mission of West Point is to educate, train, and inspire cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, country, and prepared for a career of service in the military. Today, Riley Fry is stepping up to accept the great challenge of West Point. In doing so, she will receive tuition, room and board, books, uniform, medical and dental care, and some of the finest military training on the earth. This scholarship package is valued at nearly $500,000. Her commitment includes 5 years of active duty service in the military. So late next month, while many of you are just starting to think about what to pack for college, Riley will start a 47-month odyssey that will test the limits of her academic, physical, and mental abilities at what is unquestionably the world's premier leadership institution and one of the most beautiful, historic, and demanding places on earth. I have no doubt that Riley is ready for it. In 4 short years, Riley will become a member of the oldest and most noble profession, the profession of arms. She will be entrusted with the responsibility of leading our sons and daughters Wherever in the world they're called to serve, I think every American respects the magnitude and the importance of the responsibility that Riley will have. I'd like to take a moment just to thank Riley's parents for raising a young woman of courage, confidence, and accomplishment. I would also like to thank all the faculty and staff and coaches at Pine Richland who've inspired and guided Riley and given her the knowledge to succeed and the hunger for something bigger than herself. You know, I'm constantly rewarded as I meet young men and women in this role as a field force volunteer, and it's been my privilege to mentor Riley. She gives me great confidence in our future. So now, Riley, on behalf of the President of the United States, it gives me great pleasure to present you with a certificate of appointment to the United States Military Academy, class of 2022.
At this time, I would like to welcome Chief Gasparetto to the stage.
Evening, everyone. Tough act to follow. The seniors are getting their just due tonight. There's also another group of folks I'd like to thank. That's the parents and the guardians that got all of these young men and women to the point that they're at right now. So why don't you give your parents and guardians a hand. So I'm presenting the Junior RTC Department Awards on behalf of Major Morrison and myself. But I'd just like to give you a couple of the highlights of things that these cadets have done through the course of the year. Did nearly 2,000 community service hours from 70 cadets. So if you do the math, that's a lot of community service hours per cadet. We did a C-130 flight where we actually flew over Niagara Falls. And if you're familiar with the cargo aircraft, it's a 4-engine jet prop, and they got cargo doors in the back, and they actually opened those up in flight so we could get a better view of Niagara Falls. So that was pretty cool. First time it actually happened to me. The cadets got to see it same time I did. The senior trip went to Pentagon, got a tour inside the Pentagon, not your normal tour. They actually got to go into parts of the Pentagon where most folks don't get a chance to go. Only because I used to work there and I still have a connection, so that helps. Langley Air Force Base, where they have the F-22, one of the most advanced fighter aircraft on the planet. We have 11 cadets going to summer leadership camp. Concord University down in Athens, West Virginia, the middle of June. We competed in 7 different competitions from drill and volleyball. We have one cadet, Jared Slack. He's a junior. He just got selected to go to pilot training on the Air Force dime, $20,000 this summer, 8 weeks. He's going to have a private pilot's license when that's done. So next year when you see someone walking around in an Air Force flight suit, that's him, because he'll be awarded a flight suit once he graduates from the program. He'll be the only one in the school. That's out of about 125,000 cadets worldwide. He's one of 125. So do that math. That's a pretty small number. And the final highlight is yet to come at the end of June. We're going to England, Germany, France, Belgium, and Austria for a World War II battlefield tour with the cadets and some parents. So that's pretty exciting. And in 2019, we're going to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand, if anybody's interested. All right, so without further ado, the award winners for the award of the Department Award is Cadet Matt Zirkle, Jack Shannon, and Eric Clark. And the last honor I get to do tonight is a special one for me, where we recognize those that are getting ready to go into the military, along with Riley, and she just got recognized for getting the academy appointment to West Point. Having 2 daughters that are currently serving and 5 nephews as well, all in the Air Force, this one really means a lot to me, and I'm very blessed to do that every year. So, but before we go there, I see you already got the lights up, so appreciate that. Anyone that's either served in any one of the militaries, to include the Coast Guard and the Merchant Marine, could I get you to stand up? Okay, remain standing, please. Remain standing. These folks set the stage in years past. Is there Vietnam vets, any Korean vets out there at all? All right, no World War II vets. They're getting pretty rare nowadays. But these folks right here set the stage for everything that's happened since then as far as maintaining the freedom that we enjoy in this country. So thank you very much for your service, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Mr. Karpinski, you can bring those lights back down, please. Thank you. So just to kind of give you an idea, there's 325 million people in the country, give or take. Less than 1% actually serve. So if you do that math, you can kind of figure that out. Dr. Sortilla, I'm going to need your help on that. And it's an all-volunteer force, and these folks are still volunteering even though we've been at war for the longest time in this country's history. So think about that. How many of you actually think about that on a daily basis? I do, for obvious reasons, and everyone that's had a uniform on to serve the country does. But most of you aren't affected by it, and that's just what we would hope, that you're never affected by it. That we're standing at the front line taking care of business so you don't have to worry about that. And you can do the things that you want to do when you want to do them. So whenever you see a serviceman or woman currently serving or previously served, just take a moment to say thanks to them. Because it's because of them we get to enjoy what we do. So there's 170,000 U.S. troops currently deployed in more than 150 locations around the world. One of my nephews is currently in Turkey along the Syrian border living in a tent. Has been for about 4 months. He's got 2 months more to go. And 40,000 of them are in undisclosed and secret locations. So there's a lot of folks out there doing some neat stuff. So these 3 individuals clearly represent what makes this country great. Their willingness to serve is what you can all be proud of, and knowing that they're willing to serve, they need our unconditional support. Okay? So the good folks in the counseling office every year presents them with a coin, and what this coin is their challenge coin, and I'll briefly explain that. A challenge coin is a coin that represents the unit that you belong to, no matter the service. And you have to carry that with you. I have one in my pocket right now. There's been one in my pocket wherever I go for many years. And if you're challenged by someone who will pull out their challenge coin, they'll put it down on a table, and you have 30 seconds to respond with your challenge coin. If you don't have your challenge coin, you owe that person who challenged you a drink. That'd be non-alcoholic for everyone in this room for below the age of 21, obviously. Now, if you did have your coin and everyone else had their coin, the person who challenged now owes everybody a drink. Now, the worst thing that could happen is you're pulling that coin out of your pocket and you drop it on the floor. If I were to pull my coin out right now and drop it, I'd owe everybody in this room a drink. And that would be rather expensive. So we take great care in challenging. So I'd like to read what the coin says. In a post-9/11 era, taking a military oath of enlistment or office is a noble deed that deems courage. demands courage. On behalf of Pine Richland High School, may this coin always remind you of your unwavering gratitude for your personal courage and sacrifice. So this is their first official challenge coin given to them by Pine Richland High School. So if I could get Riley Fry, front and center, please. Jacob Nichols, who's going in the United States Marine Corps, and John Samansky, who's enlisting into the Air Force. Thank you. So with that, Mrs. Straub, I believe you're up.
Good evening. You guys are doing great. So this is actually my first group. I think I may have mentioned this in years past, but I've been with you all 4 years without having any more babies. So it's been really fun because I actually have been able to be there for you throughout all of these years. Tears over tests that may have been challenging, breakups, makeups, all sorts of things. And so I really am honored to be able to be here tonight with you. The following group are letters R through Z. They've received honor roll status for all 15 consecutive quarters and or have completed the Pine Richland career with a 4.0 or better. Surprise. Please hold your applause until all students have been announced. Ailish Regan, Kira Regan, Kayla Resch, Zachary Riggins, Reese Roche, Cheyenne Rosenberg, Jared Roskin, Mary Rottinghouse, Julian Rivera, Sydney Rowland, Troy Rollins, Julie Sable, Benjamin Salas, Elena Sanguini, Lucas Saunders, Gabriel Schoen, Mehek Sethi, Jack Shannon, Jillian Siegel, Elena Simon, Zoe Sims, Emma Skundrich, Anna Slabonik, Taylor Terrio, Ashlyn Tobin, Sydney Travis, Tyler Viljasti, Elizabeth Wallace, Jacob Weinberg, Emma Whitford, Riley Whiting, Riley Wolf, Tyler Woodrow, Taylor Worthington, Shelby Zahn Huber, and Matthew Zirkle. Congratulations, you guys.
Dr. Burns?
Thank you, Mrs. Straub. Before I announce the scholarship winners, I do want to take a moment to address the class of 2018. It has been my distinct pleasure for the last 4 years to be your grade level principal. And this really is my favorite time of year, and it's not because school is literally hours from summer break, but it's because of the reflection that happens at this time of year. I've lost track of the number of seniors who've come up to me in the last couple weeks saying, "Hey Burns, do you remember when?" And then sharing with me what it was that they did at some point over the last 4 years. And it's been a really great time to walk down that path of remembrance with you. And it's helped me to remember what an amazing group of intelligent, fun-loving, and sometimes just downright goofy group of students that you are, and it has been a true joy and pleasure to be your principal. At this time, I would like to announce the Allen McGowan Smith and H.P. Smith Memorial Scholarships. These scholarships are through Penn State University and are given to graduating seniors who live in Pine Township and will be attending Penn State University in the fall. The recipients of this year's scholarship are Christopher Gephardt and Benjamin Martin. I'm now happy to introduce Mr. McCartan for the World Language Awards.
Good evening. Before I introduce these awards, I'd like to issue congratulations to the class of 2018. Being the newest member of the counseling staff entering Pine Richland this year, I always, from the outside, have been told what a great school this is, and once I got inside, I couldn't be more impressed. You guys are an amazing senior class, and I wish you the best of luck in college. So, for the world languages, I'm going to present an award for French, Spanish, and German for 3 students who have demonstrated academic excellence in their chosen field. For French, Mark Fariano. Spanish, Benjamin Martin. In German, Cooper Snyder. And now I would like to welcome Miss Bowman back to the podium.
I was hiding. Did you really think I left? So parents, I'm going to do a little side note. I know we're all a little tired. Students are telling me that as they're coming up. That's because I took all of their energy over the last 2 days during graduation practice. They've done a phenomenal job, and we have one more day to go, but they've become experts. They really have. So this evening, I won't cry though, I won't. So, this evening it is my honor to share with you a special recognition for our students that have achieved perfect scores on the ACT and/or SAT exams. Please hold your applause until all of the students are called, but students, as your name is called, please come to the stage. Chelsea Carver, ACT Reading, ACT Writing, and SAT Math. Mark Farino,
SAT Math. Benjamin Cohen, SAT Math. Charlotte Laubacher, ACT Reading, ACT English. Kira Reagan, SAT Writing. Elena Zinguini, ACT Writing. Congratulations. The next special recognition that I'd like to share is the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards. This award recognizes Americans of all ages who have volunteered significant amounts of time to serve their communities and their country. Based on the number of hours in their applications, they have qualified for the President's Volunteer Service Award. On behalf of our President, Donald Trump, we present this prestigious award, the Prudential Spirit of Community honorees who have met the requirements are Chelsea Carver and Reese Roche. And so this next special recognition is something that Dr. Burns, Ms. Sevilla, and I spent a great deal of time thinking about, reflecting on, and then selecting two very special seniors to receive the Principal's Award this year. When the seniors and I met back in August on the first day of their senior year, it was an exciting time for all of us. And I took that time to share with them the importance of Pine Richland Pride and what that meant to me, and what I encouraged them to think about that meaning to them as they go through their senior year. And so as the building principals reflected on Pine Richland Pride and what that acronym represents in terms of our values as a high school and even as a school district, we had no question about the two individuals that I am so excited to recognize this evening. These two students, through their actions, have shown all of us the importance of treating others with respect and dignity. They've shown us how they strive to have their own personal growth, but through that, serve others. How important it is to continue to be resilient when nothing seems to be going your way as we have planned, and so it's important to take a step back and keep trying. How we problem solve and work together to be innovative with our solutions when things don't go our way. And how we take advantage of every single opportunity that we have in front of us to be fully engaged in our experiences here together at Pine Richland High School, because the staff and our students truly are one big family. I'm going to ask Jessica Lott to please join me on the stage. Come on, Jessica. Jessica has to be one of the most organized, enthusiastic, and sincere people that I've had the pleasure to work with over these last 4 years. Thank you, and congratulations. Before I invite this next student up, I have to tell a story. So I was walking down the hall, and students, staff, and Mr. Bowman and my son Alex have a description of whatever this face becomes when I'm a little stressed and maybe just a little bit aggravated. And they call it principal face. I've never really had the pleasure of seeing it, but I can tell what it is by the expression on the students' faces. And so from about 25 yards away down the hall, this individual yelled, "Hey, Mrs. Bowman, how are you today?" And it shocked me, scared me a little bit, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting somebody to yell across the hall. And as I walked up to him, he said he could see on my face that I needed a smile. And then we had a very brief, but one of the most memorable conversations I've ever had with a student, because he told me that his goal every day is to make other people smile. And that might seem trivial, but I will tell you, as a staff member who works with high school students every day, that smile is priceless. And so Jordan Crawford, come on up. And thank you for making me and everyone else smile. And at this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Miller to the podium.
Good evening. Congratulations, students, class of 2018, and welcome and congratulations to parents. We certainly know learning development begins in the home. We appreciate that you value education, set high expectations for your children. That gives us the pleasure to work with them in all of those years at Pine Richland, so thank you. Each year, Pine Richland recognizes students who have earned status in the National Merit Scholar Program. This year, I'd like to tell you that you are among only 12 Pine Richland seniors to earn this prestigious distinction. You competed against 1.6 million students for this honor when you took the PSATs, and you were among only the top 34,000 test takers in the nation. In recognition of this achievement, please come forward as your name is being called. Hold your applause until the first group is called. You'll be presented with the Superintendent's Star, which is a pin to be worn on your commencement gowns at graduation. Earning commended status in the National Merit Scholarship Program, we have seniors Alyssa Bigley, Callista Carnes, Charlotte Laubacher, Benjamin Martin, Keenwood Park, Alexander Steger, Tyler Vajasi. And earning finalist status in the National Merit Scholarship Program, we have seniors Ryan Ahern, Chelsea Carver, Nathan Chang, Bruce Gia, and Mahak Sethi. Congratulations. Seniors, your names will be inscribed on a plaque that will be displayed proudly in the Pine Richland School Board DeWitt Plank Conference Room to highlight your success. Again, congratulations for bringing honor to Pine Richland. Congrats, students. Families look forward to seeing you Friday night, hopefully outside, but we will see you on Friday night. Mrs. Bowman.
I would like to invite Dr. Swatala up to the podium for a special award.
The Pine Richland Education Association is awarding two $1,500 scholarships to students entering college to pursue a career in public education. The winners are Shannon Donahoe and Gabe Schoen. Please come up. Shannon was one of our drum majors for the PR Marching Band this year. She'll be attending Penn State University in the fall with a major in public education. Just wait up here. Don't go anywhere. Gabe Schoen was the captain of our soccer team and also Curly and the musical Oklahoma. He'll be attending Franciscan University and plans to be a youth minister or pastor. And I just want to say, Shannon, I don't know you very well, but Gabe, I never had you in class, but like literally every time I see you, you put me in a good mood. So thank you for that. And as my students know, that would be useful.
And so our final recognitions of the evening are our top 10% students. Students, as you come to the stage, you will receive your cords. Hold tight till I call names. I know they're so excited. Hold tight till I call names, and as you come to... Oh, my fault. They're going to line up. Okay. I always do what I'm told. As they come to the stage, you will receive your honor cord. And once you leave the stage, I ask that you line up in front of the stage for a final announcement once all of you have been recognized. So with that, I would like to recognize our top 10% of the class of 2018. Ryan Ahern. Evan Alexander. James Baxter. Alyssa Bigley. Jillian Grace Brahaki. Joshua Briggs. Ryan, stay up here. No, right there. You have to be my line leader. Had that job all week. You'll just start right here and all of this. Chelsea Carver. Nathan Chang. Natalie Crystal. Isabella Seco. Benjamin Cohen. Genevieve Cohen. Hannah Cottrill. Shannon Donahoe. Cole Exline. Mark Farino. Holly Holmes. Kayla Julio. Aman Kazi. Seth Kornbaugh. Madeline Lasky. Allison Lehman. Elise Malco. Ben Martin. Molly McCarthy. Sarah Metzmayer. Sarah Mooney. Alex Pauliuselli. Andy Park. Tori Plesh. Alice Chen. Kira Reagan. Elena Zinguini. Mahek Sethi. Anna Solonik. Tyler Viljasti. Elizabeth Wallace. Jacob Weinberg. Congratulations to our top 10%. And with all of these students, it is amazing to think about what you have accomplished in your 4 years of high school. And I'm very excited to hear and learn about all that you accomplished beyond Pine Richland High School. At this time, I would like to recognize our top 3 graduates for the class of 2018. Tertiary, Chelsea Carver, please join me on stage. Salutatorian Tyler Viljasti. And the valedictorian of the class of 2018, Mahek Sethi. To the parents and family and friends that are here this evening, again, my sincere appreciation for the support that you provide to your child every day as they have made amazing accomplishments here at Pine Richland High School. This concludes our evening. Thank you and safe travels home.